You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. The Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
Peace, family. Are you tired of being denied life necessities such as cars, housing, and credit cards due to lack of credit history? Then if so, give Brother New a call today. Brother New will help you legally boost your credit score by adding seasoned trade lines. Brother New also does credit consultations. Make the change today. Call 504-276-2033 or visit TradelinesWithGamba.com.
Five, four, three, two, one.
In today's climate, being safe is priority number one. With crime on the rise, we're all left with this magical question: how can I be safe and protect my family? Well, Professor Griff is offering a course that's similar to laser tag, but it's for adults. This safe and firearm-free course will train you in real-life scenarios so that you can avoid being a victim. This course is growing in popularity as a date night out. Add fun and excitement back into your love life, and the reviews are incredible. For more information, call this number below.
Greetings, family. Hope everyone can hear me. Peace, Quan. What's good with you? Shout out to the Serious Minds family. I think y'all should already know This is Professor Griff, Public Enemy, right here on Serious Minds RNTV. Shout out to everyone over here on IG. Miss Angie, the Swaggetarius, is checking in on deck, making it happen. Peace, Quan. What's good? And yes, tonight I do have Shane Shakur in the building. I'm doing the damn thing. Frida the D is for delightful. Okay, that's a long ass title. It's almost like a pet named Slickback. I got you. We're gonna rock with that though, for real. All right. But tonight, we didn't get a chance to come on last night on the Melanin Monday Medicine. But we decided to do it tonight. My man Jojo, what's good with you all the way from Toronto, Canada? What's good with you, bro? Making it happen. All right. Shout out to everybody. Hotel Black 15, what's good? All right, hold on for a second, Quan. Let me see something. Quan, I'll put that joint in the mail for you, so you should be good. But I'll see you in a couple of weeks in Dallas for the firearms class. All right. Let me see. Shout out to everyone that has actually lent any kind of support to Serious Minds RN TV. All right. Yo, Quan, seriously, man. You gotta wear that hat with pride, like my man doing over here. All right. Hold on for a second. Show you like damn, y'all be fronting on me. Son got me like hiding down in here. Like, yeah, saying. All right. But tonight we're gonna be talking about water wars. Water wars. All right. We got Aisha Ra coming on, Aisha Ra L and Dr. Hernandez G coming on deck, Mr. L himself. All right. It's a beautiful thing. We're gonna make it happen. All right. I Russell 811. Yeah, okay, I'm learning. All right, I'm gonna let that just kind of roll off my tongue there, just like that. All right, because I'm good. Little Goddess, what's good with you? Yo, Miko Marshall, what's happening? All right. Yeah, everybody that come on here know I don't really do likes and hits and views, and it's cool. If I reach one person with what I'm saying tonight, hey, I'm happy. I was putting out my album, man. I told the people around me, I just wanted like 10 people to buy it. That's it, man. Then I'm straighter than a fat rat in a cheese factory, man. All right. You would like to donate in order to receive this nice, beautiful headpiece right here. You can do that. If you would like to donate $50 to Serious Minds Fundraiser, you can do that. And go right to www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. Everyone on IG, I need y'all to donate to the cause. Come on, fam. Don't even do me like that. Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate you, Mr. P. All right. Yeah, the energy code, I'll put my foot in it. All right. Beautiful thing. But donate to the cause, and I'm going to send this out to you. All right. It's Public Enemy #1. And, of course, the Grammy recipient Lifetime Achievement, and, of course, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right. So when you have that come, somebody standing in line and back of you at the bank, be like, where'd you get that hat from, sir? Be like, oh, yeah, my man Griff sent this to me, man. You know, just saying, son. What is this Grammy thing? What is this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing? I mean, yeah, he did the damn thing. You should go check him out on Serious Minds. For real. All right, make sure y'all support the cause. Everyone that has supported the cause thus far, thank you very much. Shout out to GAS Tactical, Gas Tactical. All right. Green Apple Services, making it happen. It's a beautiful thing. You got people on your team. All right. My man Guy and the family. My man Brandon doing the damn thing. All right. We are going to be talking about water wars. All right. So we're going to start off a little bit. Something like this. We're going to kind of watch this clip, take some notes. So when our guests come on, we'll have a beautiful, decent conversation. They may be on a little bit later on, but nonetheless, they will be here, inshallah. So we will dive into this particular subject. All right, family. If you don't have your tickets, get your tickets now for Dallas. Don't wait till the last minute. I will be in Dallas June 26th. All right. The weekend of June 26th. All right. And yeah, we'll chop it up then. All right. Shout out to the beautiful young ladies, the strong young ladies that participated in my trigonology class the other day at the Georgia firing line. All right. Thank y'all very much for showing up and showing out. Really appreciate y'all. All right. Really appreciate y'all. We're getting that firearms training in, and we're making it happen, family. All right. Remember, safety, training, education, and legal protection. All right. Let me see. All right, let me share my screen and dive into this particular subject as we wait on our guests to come on through. Is that cool with everyone? All right, let's make it happen.
The world is full of valuable resources. Some are valuable because they produce energy, others because our ancestors found them a convenient medium of exchange. But there's one resource that stands above the rest, one that has allowed the continued existence of life on Earth: water. Earth is known as the blue planet. Over 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water, but most of it is very salty. Humans require fresh water, which represents only 3% of the planet's total amount. Of that 3%, 2/3 are frozen in ice caps and glaciers, leaving just 1% of the water on Earth fit and available for human consumption. If that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, it's because it is. Climate change and growing water consumption are rapidly depleting this vital resource, and that's leading to global tension. In this episode, we're going to discuss the consequences of our shrinking water supply and what we should expect in the coming decades. Let's start with some basic facts. Human civilization is heavily dependent on water. There's a reason 90% of human populations can be found within 10 kilometers of a body of fresh water. Over the years, some cities have misused their water supply or failed to consider its importance, leading to problems down the line. Mexico City is one notable example. Initially constructed by the Aztecs, Mexico City was once located on a large lake. Over the years, the Spanish drained the lake to make room for more buildings, and today, the city is home to over 20 million people and an acute water crisis. Cape Town, South Africa is another striking example. Beginning in early 2017, the city started to experience a severe water shortage, and over the following year, they became the first major metropolitan area to begin a countdown to day zero, the day they would completely run out of water and shut off the taps. This was quite a wake-up call to the people of Cape Town, and between strict government rationing of water use and an impressive response by the people, the city was able to push back day zero several times, and eventually stop the countdown altogether. But these emergency measures will not be enough going forward. More and more cities are facing water shortages, and the brunt of the suffering disproportionately affects poor people, those who are already living precariously. Water insecurity and inequality are only getting worse. According to an assessment by the UN, a full 2/3 of the world will live in water-scarce regions by 2025, which could displace as many as 700 million people. And by 2040, most of the world won't have enough water to meet demand year-round. We can get by without most resources, but we cannot live without water. A human being can only survive 3 or 4 days without water. It's non-negotiable. When a region experiences a water shortage, it starts a domino effect that can have disastrous consequences. Water scarcity leads to food insecurity as crops die and farmers can't irrigate their fields. Critical systems begin to fail, sparking violence, either internal between members of the affected population or external by their government to secure more water from contested sources. These are usually small-scale conflicts and often don't involve the use of military force. Fighting over water is not unheard of, but so far, there have been fewer than 30 instances of armed conflict over this precious resource. This number will increase dramatically in the coming years. So, what factors are causing these problems, and can we avoid them? A big part of the problem is climate change. As global average temperature rises, regional weather can become erratic and unpredictable. We're seeing more droughts, more wildfires, hotter temperatures, and less precipitation, often in already critically dry regions. As these weather trends continue, water reserves will dry up, and regions without the means to secure more water will face a serious problem. We all need to drink water to survive, but we also need to allocate water to produce food. Farming, especially less advanced methods, uses a tremendous amount of water. Growing necessary, region-appropriate crops is one thing, but we humans also have a tendency to demand food that is incredibly water inefficient. The king of these inefficient foods is beef. For each kilogram of beef purchased by the consumer, we spend 15,400 liters of water. Per cow, that's 2.7 million liters, more water than you'd find in an Olympic swimming pool. One comparatively easy way to conserve water would be to limit the amount of beef we produce. We in the imperial core have become accustomed to being able to buy whatever food we want whenever we want it. This comes with serious consequences, including the use of slave labor in developing countries and highly inefficient farming methods to produce crops we normally wouldn't be able to get in certain seasons. Considering the average American's carbon footprint and level of consumption far exceeds the global average, we need to be willing to make some sacrifices to help mitigate both climate change and stress on the dwindling water supply. The final factor that influences the availability of water is allocation of the handful of major freshwater sources around the world. There exist a number of critical rivers that provide water for huge numbers of people and vast expanses of farmland. And more often, the people towards the end of the chain aren't getting enough. The 5 big locations for control of water are the Ganges, the Nile, the Tigris and Euphrates, the Indus, and the Colorado River. I recently worked on a documentary about the state of the Colorado River, and the problems we face here in the US are pretty alarming. The Colorado River provides water for 7 states, many large cities, including Los Angeles and Las Vegas, 5.5 million acres of farmland, and over 40 million people. It's currently in its 20th year of drought. There is more water leaving critical reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell than there is flowing in. Lake Mead currently sits at 39% capacity, and Lake Powell at 36%. If the drought continues, and at this point people are having to seriously consider whether this is simply the new normal, a large portion of the US will run out of their reliable water supply in a matter of years. States like Arizona are having to start prepping for their own day zero countdowns. And tension between states and between urban areas and agricultural areas is becoming more severe. Each state wants to ensure they get their allotted water, and that's becoming more and more difficult. Fighting between municipal water providers and farmers is constant. The urban areas saying they use water more efficiently and provide water to a far greater number of people, while agricultural areas claim their farmland as their birthright and assert that they're providing a valuable service to the country by producing their crops. While farming is critical, we do produce a lot of crops in desert regions to accommodate spoiled Americans wanting certain foods all throughout the year, which requires an enormous amount of water. Water rights are an incredibly complex and fraught topic, but I suspect American farming practices will eventually have to change. But whether in the US or around any of the other key rivers, many of the disputes over water ownership stem from overuse of rivers, poor logistical planning, and the construction of dams or diversions, which downriver populations feel, often rightly, are preventing them from getting the water they need. This is especially common along the Nile, where Egypt often doesn't receive enough water by the time the Nile has passed through the 9 nations further upstream. Regardless of where in the world these tensions arise, they all present a potential flashpoint for conflict, especially in regions where a water source is shared by nations with less than friendly relations. I'm sure many of you heard the Vice President's recent statement about water.
And here's the other thing, because I also, I'm in a lot of meetings on foreign policy. For years and generations, wars have been fought over oil. In a short matter of time, they will be fought over water.
While it is striking to hear a politician admit that current wars are fought over oil and not to spread freedom and democracy like they so often claim, this is actually a 1995 quote by a former World Bank vice president. We've known for years that our water supply would become a point of contention in the next few decades, and we've done very little to mitigate the problem. In fact, just like with climate change, those in power have tried to find ways to monetize the suffering of others. The US is the most powerful country in the world by far. That fact has completely gone to our heads, and because of this, American leadership feels we have the right to invade other nations for literally any reason, or no reason at all. When we figured out we'd need more oil to maintain our dominance, the US invaded countries with large amounts of oil. The same will happen with water. We'll occupy countries where water conflict is starting to pop up, we'll claim we're there to maintain order and stability, and all the while we'll make the problem worse to feed our industrial war machine and quietly siphon off all the water we need. Then you've got individual billionaires like Bill Gates, who has finally gotten some recognition as the terrible person he is for trying to prevent free vaccine distribution in order to make even more money. The Gates family owns nearly 270,000 acres of land, most of it agricultural. If I were a betting man, I would assume that Bill's got some nefarious intent with the water rights on that land. Then, of course, we've also commodified water, and you can now speculate on water futures on the stock market. But we commodify everything, so this should come as no surprise. Though it does seem deeply dystopian to have wealthy people betting on drought severity while their fellow human beings suffer. If you put that in a movie script, the producers would say it's too on the nose. But this is the reality of the state of water precarity around the world. Reserves are drying up, key sources of freshwater are quickly becoming flashpoints for conflict, and imperialist nations like the US are gearing up to fight their next generation of wars over water. It's a shame to say that we really shouldn't have expected any different. The only goal of the imperial core and capitalist powers of the world is and always has been the maintenance of global domination and the exploitation of the developing world for their resources. Water is no different. It's a resource that everyone needs, and that makes it incredibly valuable. The water wars are coming. They won't be advertised as such, but watch where imperialist militaries end up. It's only a matter of time. If you'd like to learn more about what the world could look like as we approach day 0, I highly recommend you check out World Without Water on CuriosityStream. It's a sobering look at the state of water scarcity around the world, but it does offer a ray of hope. CuriosityStream is an established streaming platform with a solid track record of caring about great educational content and the financial security.
All right. All right, fam. Water wars. Ooh. Hold on for 1 second. I want to stop. Hold on for a second. Oh, hi, I got that. Computer acting crazy. Real crazy. Hold on. All right, family, we are waiting on our guests to come through. Someone asked me, where can I find that particular clip we just watched? It's on YouTube. It's called The Water Wars Are Coming. All right. Can somebody put that in the chat? Water wars are coming. The water wars are coming. Water wars are coming. That is the name of it. What the hell? Hold on, family. I am trying to get my mouse back. But anyway, in the meantime, between time, before my guests come on, thank you, Quan. The water wars are coming. That was the name of that. They said that we're going to be fighting conflicts and wars as America did over oil, in the name of democracy across this planet. And just having the military might to do that, the military industrial complex, having the might to do that, countries will feel the wrath of America's foreign policy when it comes to fresh water. Study the documentary film we just watched. It's on YouTube. It's not coming from Professor Griff. All right, hold on. I'm still working with this mouse, family. Hold on. Hold up. Give me a second. I'm working with it. All right, hold on. All right. I think I did a little something. I don't know what I did, but I did it. All right. In the meantime, between time, family, what do y'all think about the water wars? All right. Does it seem like we just have an endless supply of water and everything is just going to be absolutely fine? Water wars. What do you guys think? Matter of fact, how many people still drinking tap water? Let's start there, because maybe water is just not an issue for you. All right, the U.S. is not far off from being just like a third world country. Wow. Janice Davis said that. I know this would happen in my lifetime. Phoenix, all right. Well, it's actually happening in our lifetime. All right. And we are experiencing a lot of things that I've never even dreamed that would actually happen in the life that I was living, especially 2020 pandemic. As I began to get deeper into studying and getting knowledge of myself, I kind of seen that coming after a minute, studying the New World Order, studying guys like Steve Coakley, and and that kind of thing. Just kind of, it was almost one of those situations like, okay, now we know what's happening, and we know what's coming down the pipe. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. It seems like greedy human beings want to deprive others of living a very basic life that we want to live. Everyone has to have water. All right. So the water wars are here. Whether we like it or not, they are here. We have to change our habits on how we kind of relate to the water. I asked the audience just the other day, Sunday evening, how many people are in relationships? And a few people raised their hand because we were just thinking in that linear kind of way. I said, no, everyone should have their hands up because we do have a relationship with the netters, nature, air, water, plants, trees, animals, vegetation. Yeah. And it's how we relate. All right. How are we relating? How are we relating is the question. All right. That's the question that we're asking tonight. How are we relating with the water? All right. A lot of us, but because we've been brainwashed, and into thinking that, this country speaks up for all of its citizens, and it really truly don't. Y'all know when it start going down, and it's going down now quietly, the super duper rich will be the ones to benefit. All right. So this is the conversation that we're having tonight, dealing with the water wars. This is definitely got to be a two-part thing. I had some other clips to show you guys, but something is happening with my computer, and it's not happening the way I want it to happen. I have absolutely no control over it. I can't see my mouse. It's disappearing on me. I'm working with it, but I can't find it. And I'm waiting for my guest to come on. If we don't get through this one, family, do me a favor. We will be back tomorrow to have this conversation deep, and I will show the other clips that I have dealing with the water wars. All right. In the meantime, in the between time, please support the fundraiser. All right. Mercury's in retrograde, sir. What does that mean? That means when I go sit on the toilet, I'm a miss. How does that work? What does Mercury in retrograde mean? That means when I go to talk to my pet turtle, he won't respond. Now I just want to know. We can't be putting things up on the screen and they just up on the screen. Most people don't know. Oh, the communication is backwards, including my mouse that don't work. So what should I do? Turn the mouse off and then turn it back on and see if it'll kind of reboot or something? I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm hoping. Maybe. Nope. Mouse connected. I guess communication is backwards. Well, I'm trying to communicate with this computer right now, and it ain't doing me no justice. All right, hold on for a second. Hit the escape button. I'm hitting this. I'm hitting this button. That button ain't working. And this computer is fairly new. Hold on for a second. Nope, that ain't working. That. I don't know. It is what it is, sir. Thank you. All right, I'm going to hit my guests up, tell them we're going to come on. No stress. Tell them we're going to come on next week. There's some other things that I wanted to talk about that I just said to myself, I didn't want to upset the conversation because I wanted to talk about our survival in water wars and what it means to us. But I can have that conversation tomorrow. It's absolutely not a problem. All right. Family, sometime this summer, get up, get out, take a firearms class. If not with your brother, Professor Griff, take it with someone. Get out and train. Someone says, put me in the lab. I'll make it work. Memphis made me not. Okay, I hear you, bro. I wish I could put you in the lab right now to make this. Oh, damn. My mouse came back. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm Hotep 17. My mouse is back, son. I'm just saying. I don't know how it came back. It just showed up. It's like this. It's like, oh, man, y'all late. Like your Griff was good, was popping. All right, so now I got control of my mouse. I don't know how that happened. So if Mercury is in retrograde, yeah, it must have went to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because my mouse is here now. I'm just saying. All right. All right. So family, the idea of surviving on this level, we thought food wars was bad enough where they was going to starve nations. Now we're talking about water wars. All right. They secretly fought over diamonds, not secretly, but overtly fought over oil, under the guise of fighting for democracy across the globe. And now we know that wasn't true. Just taking a land, that's not new to these people. When can you name a time when America hasn't been at war or in conflicts or sending troops to some parts of the world? Help me out. I'm curious. Mercury got her micro braids. Robin, I don't even know if she got braids over here. So, yeah. Food wars might make people healthy. No, food wars are a lot deeper than that. They'll always give you the bad food. You need to grow some coconut trees to get water now? All right. How you going to wash up? How you going to clean utensils? Yeah, you need water for a lot of different. How we going to grow plants? How we going to grow vegetation? All right. They made it illegal in some states. You can't even get rain catchers to catch the rain, to purify the rainwater in order to wash up or whatever. Yeah. It's critical. Earth is moving into Venus spot. Venus is now moving into Mercury spot, and they will collide with the sun. The black woman will be the only one to witness this end of war. Miss Love Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. I gotta catch up to that. That's way above my pay grade, but I'm learning. Somebody said we're gonna wash it with baby wipes. Okay. Operation Starshade. They're also going to be blocking out the sun as well. Okay. Renee Brooks, you said, how are you going to brush your teeth? Okay. Yeah, we need to kind of look into these things and come up with a solution. All right. Yeah, this is solution thinking. This is serious minds that attract serious minds seriously. All right. And I'm serious. This is how it works. Hold on for a second. Shout out to Dan the Ganga. All right, Dan, thanks for the donation. Really appreciate you, man. I'm just looking at my messages right here. All right, I'm going to send my... Hold on for a second. I'm sending my guests a message. Tell them, let's do it tomorrow. We good. All right. I don't want no stress, no pressure. I don't want people rushing. It's a beautiful thing. We can make it happen tomorrow. It ain't going nowhere. All right. Family, do me a favor. If you know anyone in the Dallas, Fort Worth area, let them know I'll be in town June 26th for the firearms class. All right. And I will be hitting South Georgia for Juneteenth. What y'all doing Juneteenth? Where y'all gonna be at? Where y'all gonna be Juneteenth? I will be in Florida. All right. So if anybody in the Florida area, hit me up, link up, come check out the museum. I'll be there. Black History 101 Mobile Museum, checking it out. All right. Water wars. Let's look into this and let's see what happens when we dive into this discussion with our guests tomorrow night. All right. All right. We have to start thinking in terms of, not in terms of, but we have to start thinking way beyond ourselves when it comes to surviving. If we're the mothers and fathers of civilization, all right, we have to begin to think of birds, animals, trees, fish, how they survived. Did you ever think about when the world wars happened? What did the birds and the animals do? I mean, we got ships that sail the ocean, dropping bombs. There's nukes out there. There's underwater and underground nuclear facilities. It's like, you don't think we are affected by these things? We have to think beyond ourselves. And I think this is very admirable for us to do. Yeah. I think it's very, it adds a different layer to our humanity. Wouldn't you say? Yeah. Ecology. I got you. Thank you. But this is something I think that they need to teach in the school. I think this is something they need to kind of talk about in church, because I think the Bible talks about the weather. I thought there was a great flood that's happening. I'm not a Bible dude, although I do know it. Yeah, but there hasn't been a time where that hasn't been a discussion. We just need to discuss it in the way that we need to discuss it to understand it, to know and understand that when there is this crisis and people are scrounging for water. Yeah, you think the water boys that's on the corner in Atlanta, you think they know something that we don't know? They went from selling weed to water? All right. All right, family. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I got to get ready to get out of here. All right. Shout out to Shane Shakur. Shout out to Quan. Johnny Taylor. Great filibuster. What's good with y'all? Monique Hill. I see you checking in. All right. Imhotep 17 and everyone on IG. I love y'all to life. It's Professor Griff. We're talking about water wars. We're going to continue this conversation tomorrow. I'm going to add an extra layer to this tomorrow when I show y'all this other clip, and we will dialogue. There's a lot of things going on in the news, and I want to dive into tomorrow. I want to dive deep into water wars, and then we got to start naming the names and unraveling this idea of controlling and deciding who gets water and who doesn't get water, meaning who will survive and who will die. I think that's what it's going to come down to. All right. Family, when's the last time you had a glass of water? Are you drinking half your body weight? Are you, all right? Someone said when they work out, they don't even drink water. Gotta drink water. When first thing in the morning, last thing at night. I've always said that, right or wrong. All right, cool. All right, family. I love you all to life. I will see you tomorrow, inshallah. All right. All right. Peace, family. Peace.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In today's climate, being safe is priority number one. With crime on the rise, we're all left with this magical question: how can I be safe and protect my family? Well, Professor Griff is offering a course that's similar to laser tag, but it's for adults. This safe and firearm-free course will train you in real-life scenarios so that you can avoid being a victim. This course is growing in popularity as a date night out. Add fun and excitement back into your love life, and the reviews are incredible. For more information, call this number below.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.